Welcome, dear students of the second year English literature. Today we are going to continue our lecture or our conversation about William Shakespeare's As You Like It. Let's go directly to page number 110. 110. Here we have a conversation between Rosalind and Celia regarding Rosalind's being upset about not seeing Orlando. Rosalind says, "Never talk to me, I will weep, I will cry, I'm going to cry, dear Celia. Do, I pray thee, but yet have the grace to consider that tears do not become a man. A man is not supposed to weep, particularly in the forest. But have I not cause to weep, to cry? As good cause as one would desire, therefore weep. His very hair is of the dissembling color." By this pronoun, she refers to Orlando. His very hair is of the dissembling color. His intention. Okay, the word dissembling means false or fake, misleading, deceptive color. So she accuses Orlando of being fake or false or deceptive because she just hasn't seen him for a couple of hours. So they agreed on a certain plan of wooing her as a kind of remedy for his spiritual turmoil or agony. Something browner than Judas's. His hair is something browner than Judas's. Who is Judas? Judas is this man who betrayed Jesus Christ. Judas is the man who betrayed Jesus Christ. Read about who is Judas in history, in religious history of Christianity. So the idea here is that of betrayal or deceit or deceptiveness. Mary, his kisses are Judas's on children. Orlando's kisses are or resemble those of Judas, and so he puts on a deceptive attitude. He is so deceitful. Orlando is so deceitful, just like Judas. I faith, his hair is of a good color, an excellent color. Your chestnut was ever the only color. Chestnut means reddish or brown. And his kissing is as full of sanctity as the touch of holy bread. His kissing is as full of sanctity. The word sanctity means holiness. At the touch of holy bread. What is holy bread? The holy bread is the bread eaten by the disciples of Jesus Christ in the Last Supper. The holy bread, it's a religious reference. It's it's a religious allusion to that bread, okay, eaten by the disciples of Christ, Jesus Christ, in the Last Supper, في العشاء الأخير. Read about this. He hath bought a pair of castlips of Diana. Of course, you know or remember who is Diana in mythical history of Greece. A night of winter, his sisterhood kisses not more religiously. The very eyes of chastity is in them. Purity. But why did he swear he would come this morning and comes not? This is the major point here. He promised her to come meet her and begin this play within a play, this game, in which he is supposed to cure him out of his madness, love madness. Okay, but he doesn't come at the appointed time. And so she is so furious, accusing him of being deceitful, deceptive, okay, just like Judas. Nay, certainly there is no truth in him. Do you think so? Yes, I think he is not a pickpurse. A pickpurse is a pickpocket, nor a horse stealer, but for this verity in love, I do think him as concave. As concave. A concave is an adjective which means curving inward. Curving inward. As a covered goblet. A goblet is a large cup. A large cup. Or a worm-eaten nut. A worm-eaten nut. A nut that has been eaten by a worm. And so this nut becomes empty. Hollow, empty. All of these are negative descriptions of Orlando for just not being on time at the appointed place or the chosen place of their meeting. Not true love. Yes, when he is in, but I think he's not in. You have heard him swear downright he was. Was is not is. Was isn't is. Besides, the oath of a lover is no stronger than the word of a tapster. The oath, the swear, okay? When a lover swears, his swearing is not stronger than the swearing of a tapster. Who is this tapster? A tapster is a wine pourer. A wine pourer. One who pours wine for drunkards, drinking people of wine. They are both, what is the relation? They are both the confirmer of false reckonings. Both of them, lovers and tapesters or wine pourers, both of them are confirmers of false reckonings. What are false reckonings? False calculations or dispositions or intentions. Both of them have false, fake, deceitful intentions. He attends here in the forest on the Duke, your father. Okay, that's enough for this point here. Let's move on to page number 114. 114. You know that love is a very, or the extremely dominating theme in this play. Love. So here on page number 114, we have another relationship of love between two other characters, two minor characters, Silvius and Phoebe. Silvius and Phoebe both are shepherd and shepherdess in this forest of Arden. In this part, we find that Silvius asks Phoebe to love him, but she refuses. She doesn't want to love him because she is not attracted to him in a way or another, but he is so fond of her. Okay, on page number 114, Silvius, sweet Phoebe, don't scorn me, don't hate me. Do not, Phoebe, say that you love me not, but say not so in bitterness. Don't be so harsh or cruel when you refuse to love me. The common executioner, who is the executioner? Someone who executes people, whose heart the accustomed sight of death makes hard. He means that, that Shakespeare wrote in a reversed language. Okay? This executioner, whose heart becomes hard because of the accustomed sight of death. قلبه يتحجر من كثرة رؤية الموت يعني. Falls not the axe, this executioner, he doesn't fall not. He doesn't hit. Falls not the axe upon the humble neck of the executioned. Okay? The axe is the sword of the executioner. He doesn't execute people, the humbled neck of people, but first begs pardon. He first begs the pardon of the executed people. Will you sterner be than he? Will you be more ferocious, more brutal than this executioner, than he, the executioner, that dies and lives by bloody drops, that he's accustomed to this sight of death? Will you be more brutal or more savage than him? I wouldn't be thy executioner. No, I am not. I fly thee, for I wouldn't injure thee. Thou tellest me there is murder in my eye. You tell me that my eyes are full of murder, of death, that I am stern, okay, that I am tough-hearted woman. It's pretty sure and very probable. Your description is very probable, maybe, that eyes that are the frailest and softest things. You are right that a man's or woman's eye are frail. Frail eyes are frail. This adjective means weak and soft, maybe thin. Weak and thin. And softest things. Who shut their coward gates? And here the word coward means gentle or smooth. On atoms, on dust, as a kind of protection, the close shuts out their gates. Should be called tyrants. You call these soft, thin, weak, gentle, as tyrants, طغاة, as tyrant hands, butchers, murderers. Mine eyes are described as being butchers, murderers, tyrants. Now I do frown on thee. Now you become deserving of my fury. You deserve my fury. And if mine eyes can wound, if my eyes can wound you as a lover, now let them kill thee. You deserve my wrath now. You deserve this kind of anger. Next page. Now counterfeit to swoon. Counterfeit means to pretend. To swoon, to feel or to be very emotional. Why now fall down? Fall now down before me. Or if thou canst not, if you can't. Oh, for shame, for shame. Lie not to say mine eyes are murderers. Of course, she is very furious that he accuses herself, her eyes, of being so murderous, so brutal. Those eyes of an executioner. She's so mad at him. Now show the one mine eye hath made in thee. Where is the wand that I made to you? How did I wound you? I didn't do anything to you. Scratch thee but with a pin, and there remains some scar of it. If you scratch your skin with a pin, the boost, so there remains some scar. It leaves a scar. ندبة يعني قطع في الجلد. يعني she means, where is the mark? Where is the sign of my hurting you? Lean upon a rush. The cicatrice and capable in pressure. What is a cicatrice? A cicatrice is a scar of a healed wound. A scar of a healed wound. A scar that is left, that remains after a wound heals. Okay? And capable in pressure. And in pressure is a mark made by pressure. A mark made by pressure. Thy palm some moment keeps, but when you press your skin of the palm like this, okay, then remains a mark for a moment, maybe. There remains a mark for a moment, okay. The palm some moment keeps, but now mine eyes, which I have darted thee, my eyes, which I have directed at you, okay, hurt thee not. They don't hurt you. Uh, Thy palm some moments keep, or keeps, but now mine eyes, which I have done thee, my eyes, which I, or through which I look at you, hurt thee not. They don't hurt you at all. Never at all. Nor I am sure there is no force in eyes that can do hurt. Eyes can't hurt. Oh dear Fabi, if ever that ever may be near, you meet in some fresh cheek the power of fancy, then shall you know the ones invisible. This is very important. He tells her that the ones are invisible. It means that the ones are internal, from within. Okay, the bond is from within, inside man. That love's keen arrows make. The keen arrows, the sharp arrows of love goes to a man. But till that time means till I love you, till I begin to love you. Come not now, or come not thou near me. And when that time comes, when that moment of my love to you comes, if ever, afflict me with thy mocks. When that happens, you can start mocking me, or being harsh or cruel, chiding me. Pity me not, as till that time I shall not pity thee. Rosalind advances. At this moment, Rosalind is keeping an eye on this argument, kind of argument between two lovers. Okay, she interferes in this conversation. And why, I pray you? Who might be your mother? She's talking to Phoebe. She is criticizing Phoebe for not being in love with this man who is so faithful to her. She criticizes her. That you exalt. Of course, exalt means very excited, very happy. And all at once, over that wretched man, هذا الرجل البائس. Why? Why all of that? What though you have no beauty? As by my faith, I see no more in you. I don't see you beautiful, as you think yourself you are. Than without candle, I see no more in you. Than without candle may go dark to bed. You are by no means beautiful. Okay? Must you be, therefore, proud and pitiless? For what thing? Based on what? You think yourself very beautiful, and so you become very proud and pitiless against this wretched man. Why? What means this? Why do you look on me? At this moment, Phoebe appears that she casts a look to Ganymede. And so Ganymede, or Rosalind, says to her, why do you look on me like that? I see no more in you than in the ordinary of nature's sail work. You are no more beautiful than any creature. Sail work here means creature. I saw you no more beautiful than any creature of nature. Any creature of nature. Odds my little life. I see you every day. Odds here means, odds my little life. You are seen every day. You are no more beautiful than any other creatures of God. I think she means when she looks to her, when Phoebe looks to Ganymede. I think she means to tangle my eyes to. Rosalind means that Phoebe is trying to deceive, tangle, to twist, to deceive my eyes too, that she is very beautiful, but she's not. No, Faith, proud mistress, hope not after it. Don't hope that I will be deceived by your seemingly beautifulness or beauty. It is not your inky brows. Inky. Inky means very black. You don't have inky brows. You don't have the lineaments or the qualities of a beautiful woman. Inky brows. You don't have your black silk hair, your bugle eyeballs, which means your shiny eyeballs. You don't have this. Nor your cheek of a cream, your white or soft or smooth cheeks. You don't have this. That can entame my spirits to your worship, that can deceive, or the word entame means to tame someone, to tame, يروض شخص, that can deceive or attract me to your worship, to love you. You can't do that. I can't be deceived by you. Turn to page 1, the next page. You foolish shepherd, where do you follow her? Wherefore do you follow her? Why do you follow this creature? You are foolish, like foggy south, puffing with wind and rain, without thinking. Okay? You are 1,000 times a proper man. Here the word proper means more beautiful. You are more beautiful as a man than her as a woman, than she a woman. It is such fools as you are a fool, that makes the world full of ill-favored children. You, just like you, a fool man and other fools, fill the world with ill-favored children, with children of more fools, more fool children. It is not her glass. Here the word glass means mirror. It is not her mirror, but you that flatters her. You are responsible for your agony or misery. Okay? You are the one who to be blamed. And out of you, she sees herself more proper. You are the mirror at which she looks and sees herself as more beautiful than other creatures, more proper than any of her lineaments can show her, lineaments features. She doesn't have these lineaments that afford her this kind of beauty she claims to have. But mistress, know yourself down on your knees and thank heaven, fasting for a good man's love. Thank God that there is a man who loves you. For I must tell you, you're friendly in your ear, sell when you can. I have an advice to you. Sell your beauty. Don't refuse someone's love. Sell when you can. You are not for all markets. You won't have this opportunity once more. It's once in a lifetime. Take that chance. Fool or foul. Foul is most foul. Being foul to be a scoffer. Don't commit this mistake. So take her to thee. Take her to thee, yani it means forgive her. Shepherd, forgive her. Fare you well, sweet youth. Here we get into another moment in which Phoebe begins admiring Rosalind or Ganymede because he's a man at this moment. Okay? We have a turn of events here. Phoebe begins admiring Ganymede. Sweet youth, I pray you chide a year together. The word chide, remember, means criticize. I hope you criticize me even for 12 months. 12 months or a year. Go on chiding me. I like it. I had rather hear you chide than this man woo. I'd like to hear your criticism than to hear this man's wooing or courtship. I don't like his wooing, but I even like your chiding even more than his wooing. He's fallen in love with your foulness. Foulness means wickedness. Then to Silvius, she says to Silvius, and she'll fall in love with my anger. She will fall in love with my anger. If it be so, as fast as she answered thee with frowning looks, I'll sauce her with better words. I will not, this mean that she will not give him or give her. She will not, Rosalind or Ganymede will not give Phoebe the chance to love him, Why look you so upon me? Phoebe looks at Ganymede. She admires him. And so Ganymede wonders, she wonders, why you look so upon me? Why do you look at me so keenly? Okay, for no ill will I bear you, nothing wretched or nothing bad. I pray you, don't fall in love with me, for I am falser than those made in wine. I am falser, it means I am unstable regarding emotions. Than pledges or oaths made in wine, when drunkards drink wine. So don't believe in that. Don't believe in my ability to keep promises. Okay? Enough with this part. Let's move on to page number 121. 121. On this page, we find a clue or a hint at Phoebe's doubt that Ganymede is a real man. She begins doubting Ganymede. On page number 121. Almost the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The seventh line from the top. The seventh line from the top. He is not very tall. She means Ganymede. He's not very tall. Yet, for his years, he is tall. How? His leg is but so, and yet it is well. There was a pretty redness in his lips, a little riper, a more lusty red, more vigorous, more healthy. All of these are characteristics not of a man, but of a woman. Then that mixed in his cheek. It was just the difference betwixt the constant red and mingled damask. The constant means firm. Mingled damask, dark red. So his lips and cheeks, of course it's her, cheeks and lips are very reddish. There be some women, Silvius, how they mocked him. These are the characteristics of a woman, not a man. In parcels as I did, would have gone near to fall in love with him. These characteristics make me fall in love with him. But for my part, I love him not. I don't love him. Why? At the beginning of Phoebe's introduction to Rosalind or Ganymede, she admires him. But then, when Ganymede criticizes or chides Phoebe so much in the first, she turns against him. How? I love him not. The third line from the bottom. I love him not, nor hate him not. And yet, I have more cause to hate him than to love him. Now I hate him more. For what had he to do to chide at me? What did I do to have him chiding at me? Or to have him blaming me. Why does he blame me? Scold me, criticize me. Why? Next page, opposite page. He said, mine eyes were black and my hair black, and now I am remembered scorned at me. He enumerated, he mentioned many good qualities of me, a beautiful woman. Why does he scorn me? Why does he hate me? I marvel why I answered not again. At this moment, I wonder why I didn't answer him back. Okay? Why I didn't rail at him. ما ردتش عليه ليه؟ أنا سكت ليه؟ But that's all one. Omittance, خلي بالك من الحكمة دي. Omittance is no quittance. Here. Omittance is no quittance. It means that failure to assert a claim, doesn't mean renunciation of that claim. يعني عدم قدرتك على إثبات ادعاء معين لا يعني بالضرورة إنكاره. I write to him a very taunting letter, a very upsetting letter, a strong-worded letter, in which I express my anger. And thou shalt bear it. You will take it to him. Well, thou, Sylvius, if you love me, you can do it. Fabi, with all my heart, I will do that. I write it straight. The matters in my head and my heart, I'll be better with him. I'll be very sarcastic and passing short. Go with me, Sylvius. And they exit. Then on page number 126, the bottom part of the page, down on this page, when Rosalind says, come woo me. Here we find Rosalind and Orlando in the Forest of Arden, and they try to begin their play within a play. They are going to play their game of wooing each other in order to heal him of his spiritual remedy, spiritual agony, okay, as a remedy for his spiritual agony. Because to her, she told him before that love is madness. Come, woo me, now begin to court me, woo me, love me. For now I am in holiday humor. I am in a mood for humor to play, and like enough to consent, to agree. What would you say to me now? And if I were your very, very Rosalind? And here means, if I were your very Rosalind, what would you say? I would kiss before I spoke. I would kiss Rosalind before I speak. Okay? I would kiss before I spoke. If I see Rosalind at this moment, I would kiss her before I speak to her. Nay, you were better speak first. Speak first, okay? She tries to educate him on how to love Rosalind. When you were gravelled for lack of matter, when you out of words, when you don't find any more words to woo her, then you might take occasion to kiss. You might kiss her. Very good orators are public speakers. When they are out of their speech, when they find no more or nothing more to say, they will spit. And for lovers, lacking, God warrant us, lacking matter, lacking anything to say, they don't have anything to say. When they do this, when they don't have anything to say, the cleanliness shaft is to kiss, to begin kissing. How if the kiss be denied? What if Rosalind refuses to kiss me? Then she puts you to entreaty. then she puts you to entreaty. Yani, she means that you would beg for her to do so, then begin to beg for one, to beg for a kiss, and that begins a new matter, and so you can have another thing or another speech. Okay. On page, of course, we are in the same context. We are going to complete this kind of play within a play between Rosalind and Orlando. On page number 129, at the top line of the page. Come now, I will be your Rosalind in a more coming on disposition, in a more encouraging disposition. Let's try something else. And ask me what you will, I will grant it. Whatever you ask me, I will grant it to you. Then love me, Rosalind. This is his plea or his demand. Love me. Yes, faith will I. Fridays and Saturdays and all, I will love you all days. And wilt thou have me? Yes, and 20 such, even more. What sayest thou? Are you not good? I hope so. Why then can one desire too much of a good thing? Come, sister, you shall be the priest and marry us. Now, Celia, play or take the role of a priest and begin marrying us to each other. Give me your hand, Orlando. What do you say, sister? Pray thee, marry us. I can't say the words. You must begin saying that. Begin marrying us. Will you, Orlando? Celia, go to. Will you, Orlando, have to wife this Rosalind? Celia doesn't know the procedures of doing so. I will. But when? Why now? As fast as she can marry us. Now, let's marry now. Then you must say, I take thee, Rosalind, for wife. I take thee, Rosalind, for wife. I might ask you for your commission, for your permission. It means permission. But I do take thee, Orlando, for my husband. I accept, Rosalind accepts. There's a girl goes before the priest, and certainly a woman's thought runs before her actions. So do all thoughts. They are winged and instinctive. Thoughts are instinctive, winged, with wings. لها أجنحة. Now tell me how long you would have her after you have possessed her. How long you are going to keep her as a wife. Forever and a day. Forever and a day, it means forever. But Rosalind is doubtful. She doesn't trust that. Say a day without ever. This is not true. You are a liar. Say a day without the ever. It means that this is not forever. You can't do that. No, this is a lie. No, Orlando. Men are April. Men are April. So she likens men to April in a kind of a metaphor. Men are April when they woo. Men are very sweet. Spring when they woo, when they love, when they show their love to women. December, very harsh when they wed, after they get married. Maids, it means girls, are May. Okay? Are May, sweet, calm, tranquil, peaceful. When they are maids, when they are unmarried, before the marriage. But the sky changes when they are wives. When they become wives, they change. I will be more jealous of thee than a Barbary cock pigeon, a male pigeon, over his hen. Okay, she would be more jealous even than a pigeon. more clamorous than a parrot against rain. Clamorous means loud. A parrot produces loud cries or loud chirping, loud sounds when there is a coming rain. Before, against means before. More newfangled than an ape. Fangled means changing. More giddy, more reckless. Giddy means reckless. In my desire than a monkey. I will weep for nothing, like Diana in the fountain. You remember Diana, the huntress, okay, god of hunting, and even god of the moon. Remember her thrice crowned. And by the way, Diana had the ability to talk to animals. Okay, she could talk to animals, and I will do that when you are disposed to be merry. When you feel to be merry, I will laugh like a hyena, this ferocious animal, and that when you are inclined to sleep. Okay, the opposite page, 132, the midsection of the page. For these 2 hours, Rosalind, I will leave thee. And after a short dialogue, Orlando tells her that he must leave. Now they are apparently wife and husband. They pretend to be wife and husband. So they practice the ordinary, traditional type of life a husband and woman might have in real life. For these 2 hours, I will leave thee. Alice, dear love, I can't lack thee 2 hours. I can be away from you for 2 hours. That's too much. Alice, dear love, okay? I must attend the Duke at dinner. I must wait on or serve the Duke Senior at the first at dinner. By 2 o'clock, I will be with thee again. I will come back by 2 o'clock. Hey, go your ways, okay? Go your ways. I knew what you would prove. My friends told me as much. And I thought no less. That flattering tongue of yours won me. You hold me in your grip. You got me. Okay? It's but one cast away. One broken heart. And so come death. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is your hour. You promised to come back at 2 o'clock. Yea, sweet Nam. Yea, sweet Rosalind. By my troth, I swear, and in good earnest, and I mean it. And so God mend me, and by all pretty oaths that are not dangerous. Look how many oaths she makes. Okay? If you break one dot of your promise, one part of your promise, or come 1 minute behind your hour, you promise me, okay, I will think you the most pathetical break promise, and the most hollow lover, and untruthful lover, okay, a deceitful lover, and the most unworthy of her you call Rosalind, and then you don't deserve that woman you call Rosalind herself, that may be chosen out of the gross band of the unfaithful. Out of the gross means very obvious and unacceptable, okay, band of the unfaithful. Therefore beware my censure. Take care of my harsh criticism or strong criticism if you don't come back at 2 o'clock and keep your promise. You promised me to come back at 2 o'clock. Thank you for now. We are going to complete our discussion, inshallah, online next lecture. Thank you.